The man bathes his paralyzed wife every day, but on this day, just after he filled the tub, he suddenly slipped, hit the sink and passed out. His wife became terrified at the sight, because the faucet was still running, but she was completely paralyzed and couldn't move. At this rate, she would soon be submerged. Watching the water level gradually rising, she tried to move her right foot, the only part she had sensation in, attempting to open the drain valve at the bottom of the tub. Seeing the rising water about to cover her mouth and nose, she quickly concentrated all her strength in her right foot. After multiple attempts, not only did she fail to open the valve, she accidentally broke the chain connected to the top. The woman completely lost hope, watching the faucet continuing to fill the tub. By now the water had covered her mouth and nose. To save herself, she quickly focused her strength on her left hand, gradually reaching for the shower head nearby. She tried to control the faucet by moving the position of the shower head, but this pace was clearly too slow. Before she could move the shower head to the right position, the water had completely submerged her head, seeing herself about to drown. In this critical moment, she suddenly exerted all her strength. Though she managed to turn the faucet to slow the water flow, the still rising water level meant she wasn't out of danger yet. As her held breath was about to run out, she quickly relaxed her body to let her right foot float naturally, then forcefully kicked open the drain valve at the bottom. The water level immediately began to drop. After some water had drained, her head finally emerged above the water. Thanks to her strong will to live, the woman finally survived. But then she made a surprising discovery. The near-death experience had miraculously restored sensation to her whole body. Her body, paralyzed for 30 years, was reborn. She held on to the edge of the tub, and gradually got up to check on her husband's condition. But strangely, her husband, who had been lying on the floor, had suddenly disappeared. Looking at the marks on the floor, she fell into despair. Her husband hadn't actually passed out. Why did he watch her nearly drown without helping? Was this deliberately planned by her husband? Thinking this, she quickly grabbed the shower curtain to climb out of the tub, but her body hadn't fully regained its strength. She fell heavily to the floor again. She struggled to stand up, stumbling to the bedside table to call the police, but just as she picked up the phone, she saw a strange shadow through the door crack. She hadn't believed her friend when told her husband was having an affair. Now she realized her friend's words were completely true. Was her husband really trying to kill her to run away with his lover? To prevent her husband's plot from succeeding, she quickly grabbed a piece of broken glass from the shattered mirror, using it to reflect and see what her husband was doing outside. But then she realized, the shadow she saw was just the curtain moving in the wind. But still being cautious, she slowly moved towards the door, afraid her husband might suddenly appear.